All right. Good evening, guys. I am Chanel Joseph, and I have on Zoom call with me Andrew and Cassandra and Bailey. Our mentor was is Dr. Pakiaj, and we are from Midwestern State University in Social Work Department. Our study is over workaholism and its effects on personal relationships. Let me just get the slides. All right. So the purpose of the study was to find out the effects of workaholism in personal relationships. McMillan has stated that workaholics reportedly focus on work at the expense of their personal relationships. Robinson had also asserts that workaholism takes a heavy toll on family relationships like alcoholism. Alcoholism does, and due to the lack of empirical literature on the effects of workaholism on personal relationships, we undertook the study. Social workers deal with a diverse populations, including families. Hence, we hope that the study might be of help while counseling families in which workaholism is impacting personal relationships. We hypothesized that there was a significant difference between gender and workaholism. We also hypothesized that there was a significant relationship between age, years of employment, and workaholism. For this cross sectional study, we asked 43 close personal contacts and refer personal contacts that were referred to us to take our survey who worked more than 40 hours or more a week. The data was collected through Google Form due to COVID-19. The survey consisted of workaholic analysis questionnaire, which is a 29 item self-report inventory, and some demographics related questions. The data was thus collected and entered and analyzed in using the SPSS 27 version. The research method we used was qualitative, and the study participants that we asked were between the ages of 20 and 65 years old. We also asked that if they had known anybody or had their significant other who was impacted by a workaholic to also take our survey. Someone who works more than 40 hours a week is what we are considering a workaholic. The participants were giving a 1 through 5 scaling, 1 being the strongly disagreeing, and 5 being strongly agree. The results of the studies are presented in the next section, which will be presented by Andrew.
Hello, I'm Andrew Bomer, and these are our results. Table 1, participants' level of workaholism. Looking at Table 1, we compared two levels of workaholism, high and low, and our results showed there was 7% more participants in our study with high levels of workaholism than there were of participants with low levels of workaholism. Continuing our results, Table 2, independent samples t-test for gender and workaholism. Table 2 shows our data between female and male workers. And looking at the t-score that we obtained, we noted there was no significant difference between genders and workaholism. Table 3, correlation between age, years of employment, and workaholism. We gathered that there was a mean age of 35 and the mean years of employed was 9 years. Looking at the rest of the data from this table, we found that there was a moderate negative correlation between age, years of employment, and workaholism. Slides 8 through 12 will display the results of our study in the form of pie charts. we chose a few scale items to highlight how workaholism impacts study participants' personal relationships. For figure 1, we noticed that there was the same percentage of strongly agree and strongly disagree. And this was for figure 1, I have difficulty maintaining friendships. Figure 2, I have difficulty maintaining intimate relationships. We noticed that out of all of the pie charts, this question had the highest percentage of strongly disagreed answers. And we look at later on in our discussion, figure 1 compared to figure 2. Figure 3, I often miss out on important personal activities because of work demands. For this question, we found that there was about the same amount of people who disagreed and agreed. In figure 4, this is a very similar question, almost like figure 3, just reworded. I often put issues in my personal life on hold because of work demands. And we kind of found a similar correlation between almost an equal amount of people who agreed and disagreed. And then figure 5, I am unable to relax at home due to preoccupation at work. We thought this also related to the last 3 questions and people's home lives and relationships. And we noted about the same amount who agreed and disagreed, but this one actually had the highest percentage of people who answered neutral to this question.
Hi, I'm Cassandra. And the purpose of our study was to find out the effects of workaholism in personal relationships. Our study has revealed that more than half, which is about 53.5% of our study participants, have a high level of workaholism. We did not find a statistical difference between gender and workaholism, as it shows in table 2. But we did notice that in figure 1 and 2, the percentages could imply that people may take more time and effort on an intimate relationship rather than on a normal friendship. Hence, the null hypothesis is accepted in our study. And the study revealed there was a moderate negative relationship between age, years of employment, and workaholism. And this could attribute to gaining work experience and the ability to manage their workload as they get older.
Hi, I'm Bailey. As our study with a small sample size has revealed a moderate negative correlation between age, year of employment, and workaholism, future research should focus on a larger sample size. Longitudinal research may be undertaken to find out the effects on personal relationships of a workaholic. Future research should also focus on different types of jobs to complete differences between jobs.
So, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. So we're hoping that future researchers will take a look at on a larger scale of more participants and also having more participants with spousal. We noticed that Robinson had mentioned that there's not a lot of empirical literatures over workaholics and spouse relationships. We are interested into that in that study, and we're hoping that somebody will take that research on in the future.
As it is of it from the chart. A fairly good majority of the study participants have reported that their personal relationships are not affected by their work. The moderate negative correlation between age, years of employment, workaholism seems to support the same conclusion. The agencies where the study participants are employed at many consider monitoring new employees by employee with more of work experience, thus could help the new employees from becoming workaholics.
And here are references that we use during this study. You can always check out the Workaholics Anonymous.org organization page, which we've gathered our 24 questions from, as well as the WAQ Workaholism Analysis Questionnaire as well. If you need more information, understanding, or know a workaholic, please check out that website, a Workaholic Anonymous. And we really appreciate your time. And we understand that due to COVID, we're having to do a Zoom meeting, but we appreciate you checking out our video. And we hope that you have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you so much. Bye.